Okay. Whew, it took me a bit to get this freaking wig on because my hair is really poofy today. But we are ready to do chapter 2 of Hunt a Killer. So... Wait, I didn't want that active yet. Oh my god, I freaking got my table wet. So let me open other website. It's the Gray's Investigation, so it's the website that we're gonna use to look at other clues. I am not wearing a costume today because I didn't have a costume, but I figured the shirt that I wore to school was perfect because it's learn about recycling and... you know. Okay. So I didn't do anything with this. I left it, and as you can see, I did get some nano lights for my birthday, or nano leaves for my birthday. They're really expensive, man. And it was kind of a pain to set it up. I'm gonna put my glasses on so that I can look studious, you know. Gotta fit the part. The only papers I didn't put up were these ones, but I brought them out just in case if the next episode reference it. I have not done anything with this episode, so this is going to be all new to me. So, let's hope that I am as smart as I think I am and can figure out the clues. Okay. So I have all of the chapters in my little leather briefcase. Also, let me know if the music is too loud. I can't hear it as well as you guys. I have the sounds that go to Twitch separate from the sounds that go to my headphones. So I actually set it up so that, like, if the game is too loud for me but too quiet for you, I can turn it down for me while raising it up for you. So I set it up that way. But the problem with that is that it also means that I can't hear it at the same volume that you guys hear it. Wait, why does it still say that? I was so annoyed. Okay, I changed the title. I changed the go live notification to Chapter 2 of Hunt a Killer, Come Be Detectives with Me. And I changed it to just chatting. But then when I went live, it said I was under Sunderland. And I was like, I literally, like, changed it. Like, the title is, it's a star with, like, the dash, and it's Catch This Murder. Oh man. I don't understand. I literally changed it. Okay? I literally changed it. My go live notification, I changed it to Chapter 2 of Hunt a Killer, Come Be Detectives with Me. And then my title is Catch This Murder, because I was making a reference to Catch This Pokemon. And then I'm in category Just Chatting. But I did notice when I went live, it said I was under Sunderland, or Sunken Land. And I was like, what the frick? Oh, you are such a... Listen, I'm not wearing that uniform, okay? Okay, but we're on Chapter 2 now. So here's Mallory Rock, Episode 2. There's 9 items. So I'm gonna just grab all of them. And I'm pretty sure that I made sure that all of them were in the right section. So, we have all of this. Now, the other problem that I'm having is, I'm watching Milky today, and he's literally right where my feet are. So, I have to push this butthole back. Okay. And, oh my god, I forgot about this part, okay? I know you want to ban more fools. When we got Hunt a Killer for my birthday like 2 years ago, they actually gave us a Hunt a Killer glass. And on the other side, it says Detective Juice. They also gave us a book with all of this like different type of alcohol, but I don't drink alcohol. So I was like, no. Point the camera down, let us see. I just moved him. I literally just moved him with my foot. But I have G Fuel in here, so it's my detective juice to get me focusing, get me thinking, get this brain working. Oh, and then this is the watch that I got for my birthday. I don't have that set up. I can't. Also, my desk is a mess. So, using your cup? This is my cup. I'm the one who wanted Hunt a Killer. You haven't played it with me, and we've had it for years now, so now I'm streaming it. So this is my cup, damn it. Also, my hair is really poofy today, so you might see my wig being, like, extra oomphy in the back. I can't just grab the thingy, lift it up, and point it down. I have my camera, like, on an actual stand. And if I mess with it, it pops off of my desk, and then I have to pull my desk out to fix it. I'm not doing that. That's where I usually use the Logitech, but I don't have the Logitech set up. Yeah, and see, this wig is like kind of iffy today. I don't know what's going on. I don't care if you want to see the Milky. He's a butthole. Okay. Why is the base doing that? I want it to here. So here's all of the papers that we have for this episode. There's quite a few. There's a big green one too. Yeah, I don't care about Milky, that's the thing. I don't care about showing you Milky. Besides, his haircut looks disgusting. Okay, so this is the new note. It shows the passwords for the website, so I guess I shouldn't have shown it, but whatever. Because I'm trying to make sure that, like, people can't just, like, log in and do all of this stuff. If they don't have it. I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know if I can get in trouble for streaming this, but I just decided to do it. I saw people making YouTube videos of it, so I figured that it was safe. But, you know, I digress. So, detective, the last time I saw Beth, she was fidgeting with that damn stone so much she almost dropped it in her coffee. Funny that the only real evidence of her murder is labeled Hope. I'm not sure how the stone will help, but I figured it'd be more of a use to you than me right now. I already showed it to Sully. For once, he agreed with me, said they must have been wrong about Valentine's bluff. But even with that, he can't reopen the case. Convincing Sully of anything is like teaching a rock to jump. I did finally get him to bring me more paperwork about Beth from the police department, but we still need more. Joey and Ruby have been staying with Jody and Martin, so Joey went back to his mom's house. Seems Joey wanted to be even closer to his parents. Okay, they literally say that. Since her house is empty now, I was able to get into Beth's home office. From what I can tell, she was the last person in there. Beth was always a neat freak, so I'm sure she'd hate how I treated her office. I went through everything. I tore out her planner page from the day she died and grabbed whatever looked out of place. A note from Jody, an obnoxiously loud flyer, and a necklace wrapped in a note from Sam Gundy. Sam Gundy, okay? I'm gonna pull you back to this. Where is it? Oh, you know what? It's in the book that I didn't put up. So, I dropped it. I was speculating that when Joey was at her funeral and he said, "I'm so sorry, you forgave me, and you're a really good person," he was giving off vibes that he was cheating on Beth. This is Sam Gundy. This is the lady that I figured he was having an affair with because she's a holistic healer. And on the obituary, it mentions... oh wait, no, not here. Where was it? Where was it mentioned? I think, oh, it was on here. Not on this one? Wait. Which one was it on? Oh, the program I'm sending you belonged to Reverend Reaver, who was in charge of her obituary, who tried to weasel his way out of doing the service to attend a so-called spiritual retreat. So, that's when I kind of said that she was a little bit suspicious. So the three people that I find to be suspicious is Joey, Sandy, or wait, that's right. Yeah, Sam, sorry, not Sandy. Sam and the Reverend. So those three people so far have been very suspicious. The husband fucking did it along with his thought. Oh, I can't see that on stream. The only thing is I feel like that's too obvious. I feel like that's a little too obvious, right? That like the first episode, you immediately think that it's the husband. And while I normally would believe that it is the husband, I feel like it was somebody tied to the husband. So that's why I'm thinking that it's going to be the Reverend. Or, this is just on a side note, I don't have any evidence for this, which is why I don't put it in my list so far. But I believe that it might have been his mom. I'm just saying, because I feel like if it was the husband, it would be very obvious. But I do think that it was the husband a little bit, because he's the one who has most to gain. Okay, so going back. Not sure what happens there, but I believe that Whack Job still asked Joey for favors. So she's not speculating that he's cheating on his on her sister with Sam. She's speculating that Sam asked Joey for favors. That's kind of a little off. I've also added some new items to the shared desktop. To access the virtual desktop, the password is still the one from the previous episode, but Michelle said that I should change the password for our case file, so it's now something else. Like I said, I don't know if I can give out these passwords, so I'm gonna just, I already showed it, so if somebody really wanted to see it, they could just go back and pause, but I'm not gonna keep saying it. You'll find screenshots from our neighborhood forum on Good Fences. Beth was a moderator with her friend Leah. I don't think we've heard of Leah. The Mallory Rock forum has been down for a bit. I've included Leah's email for more information. But Leah sent me admin level screenshots of all the posts from the day Beth died. I've added Ruby's video too. So she also gave her Beth's daughter's email or video. Yeah, the mother-in-law gives off vibes because she was very suspicious on how she was like, oh, you should really be worrying about how Ruby is affected by this. You're trying to rule her mom as a murder instead of a suicide. Like, I feel like a suicide is worse than a murder. Because if you have a parent who commits suicide, you're always like, oh, they didn't love me enough, right? So I feel like it would actually help Ruby. It's still traumatic. It's traumatic either way. But to know that your mom didn't commit suicide, that she wanted to be with you, but somebody took you away or took her away from you, it's different than feeling like your mom didn't love you enough and she just wanted to off herself, Unalive herself, sorry. The other new item is a link to a cloud file service Beth was using called KeepSafe. It's password locked, and I think she was keeping her work on there. There might be some information there that can help, so I think we have to find her password. The last time I spoke to Michelle, she suggested that confirming Beth's timeline could help find and eliminate suspects. Whatever Beth was doing that Friday eventually led to her death, so I'm hoping that if we track her movements, we'll learn where she was killed. Okay, so the first episode was we had to find out where she was dropped off on the cliff, like where on the map they had dropped her off. So now I guess the question is, when? We have to find out when it happened. I guess, so they're saying Friday. She died Friday, right? So we're trying to find out what time she died. Oh yeah, we'll find when she was killed. I said where, but I meant when, sorry. All I know is that Beth was supposed to meet me, or not me, but her sister, that afternoon at around 4:30 to talk about what to do with Mom. Beth didn't show up until 4:45. I was so annoyed that she kept me waiting, and even when she got there, she was distant and distracted. It seems stupid now. I should have just asked what was wrong. I figured she just lost track of time, but Beth never forgets anything. She never forgot anyone. And that's why we can't forget about her. Everyone else on this godforsaken rock might have been willing to write her death off as an accident. But I know someone killed Beth. And now we have proof of where it happened. We just need to find out when it happened. If you can figure out her path that day, you might be able to narrow down the time frame of her murder. When you do, use the contact button on our virtual desktop to shoot me a message with the subject line time and write the hours and minutes, like hour time to hour time in the body. Or hour minute. Be really specific to the minute and no military time or any other weird stuff. I'll try to put together a list of suspects based on what we know so far. Let me know what you come up with. Okay. So we found out where she was murdered. We have to find out when she was murdered. It's sometime Friday after 4:45. How long did she say she was there? We met at the hotel. To start with, Beth was late, and then as much as I tried to get her to focus, she was somewhere else, and then she had to go. So from 4:45, we'll give her like 5 minutes there, because they didn't really specify how long she was there. What's going on my phone? Discord? Have you been... Oh. I have been thinking about the Thanksgiving trip. I'm trying to figure out everything. So I was invited to go to a meetup in the beginning of October, which is what I told all of you guys. And yesterday, while Bro was live, he also invited me to Friendsgiving. He's thinking of November 17th or something like that. So the weekend of November 17th, I will probably be in Colorado again for Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving. I'm gonna be working my butt off to make sure that I have the money for it. Because I do like going to see them. It makes me feel very special. Okay, so there's circles on the back of this note. So that means that there's a hidden message there. So what we need to do is we need to get a flashlight, I think, and we need to shine it on it so that we can... okay, I think I can actually just do it like this. Where I can just shine it on my, key light. Thank you. She likes leaving me? No, I just like having fun with my friends. Gosh. What's the costume of? There's no costume today, sadly. I am still wearing the wig because I figured that it would keep it in linear thing. I was supposed to be Sherlock Holmes gender bent, like I mentioned in the first episode, but I don't have the outfit, so the first episode I dressed up as Velma with Sherlock hair. But today I didn't want to wear the same outfit. I mean, I guess I could have. I'll probably do it next episode unless I buy an outfit. I was looking at costumes for a female Sherlock Holmes, but I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything. Like, not anything that was really cute. It was either like a long jacket or it was like a really long dress. And I was like, I really don't want to be dying of heat to do these episodes. I mean, my head is already super itchy from this wig. H.H. Holmes. She's a spiritualistic serial killer. Wait, Renegade? Wait, Renegade. I don't think you realized, but what if Sam is the killer? I mean, like, I have her on my suspicious list, right? Only because I thought that she was the other woman. But what if she's the one who killed her and didn't even tell Joey? I've died many times. Oh, yeah, sure you have. Okay, so I'm gonna pin this up. Oh, well, actually, I should probably log in first. So we got... Oops. Oh, wait, I forgot. Okay. So, we have, Mallory. And we have a new password. Yes. Sam, the one that Joey was possibly having an affair with. We don't have any proof of it. It's just speculation right now. Why is it not typing? Oh my god. Thank you. This is Land. My name is Land. I'm Skylar's twin sister. Yes. Oh, okay. So they give us access to all of the other files. So we looked at the screen. Well, we looked at Beth's funeral. We looked at the Bible verse. But the new things are the screenshots, the good fences, Ruby's click clack, and keep safe. So we're gonna go through all of the evidence and then we'll look at those. Nice black hair, Land. Thank you. I know, right? I don't know how she came out blonde because, I mean, our parents aren't even blonde. So it's just really weird. Okay, but so Beth didn't show up to the hotel until 4:45. Yuck, blonde. I know, right? God, and she's so stinky. Right now? Okay, I don't want to poke a new hole in her, so. Okay, so we read that. Okay, don't look at me. So we have her day planner. That's Friday, and then this is Saturday. So I guess she could have also died early Saturday, but I don't know. And then, yeah, we have the note from Sam to Joey. We have A note from Jody to Beth, the lady who died. They said that this was found in Beth's office. We are closed. I was just verbally assaulted in my own store for no reason and for the safety of myself and customers for closing at 4:43 p.m. today. Any appointments will be rescheduled after I cleanse the store of all negative energy and will open tomorrow at regular hours. Namaste, Sam. So they closed at 4:43 and Beth didn't show up to her sister's hotel until 4:45. So kind of piecing that maybe Beth had assaulted Sam. I mean, I guess even if it's justified, it would still be assault. So she maybe possibly assaulted Sam. Let's see what else. I really gotta get all these papers, like, organized. Okay, so we have the autopsy reports. We have a report of investigative activity. We have an internal examination. Is that it? Oh, so there's actually 2 reports of investigative activity. One is from Jody, and one is from Ruby. Oh, actually, there's also from Joey, and there's from Martin, too. It's just on the backside. Okay. So, let's see where he was, Let's start with the internal examination. So, this paper. It just talks about, I guess, everything that was going on with Beth. And then we also have a paper showing where her injuries were. They're on the back of the head. 3.81 centimeters by 1.27 centimeters. That's actually not that big of an injury. So, I guess maybe... I don't know. I guess maybe somebody could have stabbed her, actually, not a rock. Oh yeah, no, I am speculating that they were having an affair. I am. But that's why I said it's just speculation at this point because we don't have evidence that they were. But his eulogy did give off vibes of like, I cheated and she found out and she still accepted me or still wanted to work the relationship over. You might hydrate with my detect. Oopsies. What that was this. I put my glass on it because it lets a lot of liquid off and it got stuck. So when I picked it up, it still had that attached and then it fell off. Okay. So internal examination. Is this the first part? Okay, I guess it is. Or okay. Skeletal and intramuscular system conducted via radiograph. Facial hemorrhages of multiple muscles of the anterior and posterior neck present. Cephalic hemorrhages present due to elevated central venous pressure that is communicated to the head through the valveless veins of the neck. Subdural hematoma and continued fractures of the parietal bone are observed. No damage due to bone fragments from fracture observed in brain tissue. So, her skull broke? Yes, that is a Kirby. It's a sleeping Kirby. I got it for my birthday. And then there's the Korok seed, and then there's Bowser's shell. Those are the 3 plushies that I have so far. So based on this, I would say they're saying no damage due to bone fractures from fracture observed in brain tissue. So that's saying that her skull was broken. Yeah, and I got a new smartwatch. Well, because I had the Fitbit, but it broke, and then we fixed it, and then it broke again. And I use a watch to keep track of, like, all of my, of all of my, like, things. So, this is like the thing that I have today. I have Milky until 7. And then these are my to-do list. They're my face routines. And then I also like to keep track of my heart rate, which as you can see, my heart is really fast. Oh, and then it also keeps track of my sleep. So that's when I went to sleep. That's when I woke up. That's how many hours of sleep I had. This actually does way more than my, than the Fitbit did. Oh, and it also tells me the weather. So it's 84 in Fountain Valley because that's where I live. It doesn't say my address, so I'm not showing you that. Actually, my watch does say my address, but on a different tab. Did I show that tab? I'll have to check. Okay, anyways. But yeah, I got my new watch. It's really nice. Because of ADHD. Okay, they're just talking about like a bunch of different things, and it's like, I don't really understand what I need any of this for yet. So throat structure, CT scans revealed frothy foam in nasal cavity and pharynx. Fluid found in the paranasal sinuses, specifically the maxillary and ethmoidal, with a density of 47 HU, indicating fluid is from salt water. Fluid was also found in the mastoid cells, trachea, and main bronchi. So she was drowned. The main bronchi is in the part of your lung. So your trachea is right here. And then it goes down, and then when it goes into your lungs, those tubes that go into your lungs, that is the bronchi. And then it goes into the bronchioli, which is where you actually breathe. And that's why smoking is actually really bad for you, because ash is so tiny that it can go into your bronchi. Or bronchovilli? I think it's bronchovilli. Gastrointestinal system, fluid distension of the stomach and small intestines present. Enteric gut bacteria present in peripheral tissues and organs due to tissue integrity causing putrefaction. Decomposition shows acceleration by early stage Lipnicid amphipod predation of abdomen internal organs. Oh my god, this is like... stomach fluid density layered with solid, liquid, and then foam. Hyperdensity of the gastrointestinal tract walls present. Approximately 75 milliliters of mostly digested food is found in the small intestines. So she had just eaten? Because your food goes from your stomach, and then it gets digested. Well, it gets chemically digested in your stomach by your kidney and your gallstone or your gallbladder. So it creates bile, and then your kidney stores that bile and then uses that to digest your food chemically with enzymes and bacteria, and then it goes straight to your small intestines. So it seems like she had just eaten, I think. Science, man. I might need to get an iWatch, that way if I walk around town without my phone, the stupid fitness app can shut up. This actually yells at me. It'll vibrate, and I'll look at it, and it will say, time to get up, time to move around. And I'm like, listen, I'm in the middle of class. I can't do that. Cardiovascular system. The heart weighs 285 grams. No evidence of atherosclerosis is present. CT scans revealed hyperdensity of the aorta wall and hyperstasis of blood in intravascularity. There is dilation of the right atrium of the heart, the superior vena cava, and the inferior vena cava. There is dilation of the right atrium? Huh. Central nervous system. The brain weighs 1,302 grams and is within normal limits. There is no loss in volume of the hippocampus, ruling out peripotum seizure. Intracranial and intravascular gas buildup present due to putrefaction. Hyperdensity of the dural venous sinuses are in a dependent position. Brain tissue softening is present due to the settling of the tissue against the dependent part of the skull. Brain has become isodense. So I might have to look up some of these words too, just so we can like really understand what the hell they're saying, because even though I'm a biology major, I don't understand a lot of these words. So she wasn't pushed. It's kind of weird because we know that she fell off a cliff. We know that she fell off a cliff because she fell off of Stony Point. Sorry. When I'm pointing to you in the camera, I'm pointing to my couch in real life, but on camera it's different. So we know that she fell off a stony point, and then the current took her all the way up here, because this is where she was found. So we know that she fell here, but based on this picture, her injury doesn't really look that big, like she fell on a rock, like I speculated. So it seems like she might have been stabbed in the head. But then the other weird thing is that it is saying that fluid was found in the main bronchi. So it's like she drowned. And then she also had a broken skull, because it said no damage due to bone fragments from fracture observed in brain tissue. So she had a broken skull. Ice pick? Mafia did it? No, come on. Come on, Milky. Okay, so spleen. The 160-gram spleen is composed of red and white trabecular pulp and no focal lesions. There's no laceration. The adrenaline gland are usual in size and location, and the cut surface presents no lesions or injuries. Urinary system. The kidneys are anatomic in size, shape, and location, and are without antemortem lesions. Some decomposition due to early stage lymphocytes present. And then they're saying that she was not pregnant at the time of death. That's the only one. Am I the only one getting a Rasputin vibe? I don't know. So it's saying that she was negative on ethanol, cannabinoids, cocaine, opiates, amphetamine, barbiturate, benzoin, zodiazepine, methadone, PCP, and carbon monoxide. So it's saying that she wasn't on any drugs, she wasn't drunk. Oh my god. She didn't have a cerebrospinal fluid culture. It says that the culture, there was no growth after 72 hours. She didn't have Haemophilus influenza B, so she didn't have the flu. She didn't have strep throat. She didn't have meningitis. There's so much health in here. I'm dying. Okay, so the evidence collected. They took samples of the blood, urine, bile, and tissue. They did a post-mortem CT scan. They did bark fragments from minor scratches along body consistent with bark fragments recovered from the driftwood found at the body recovery site. Wait, driftwood? Minor scratches along body consistent with bark fragments recovered from the driftwood found at the body recovery site. So does that mean that she climbed onto something and floated on it? Does that mean that she was still alive when she went into the water? Either that or she fell on it, but I don't really see that happening. Rock and sand particulate as well as natural fibers from posterior head injury. Rock and sand particulate as well as natural fibers from posterior head injury. So she hit the back of her head on the ground. Specimens for toxicology, brain and liver tissue. Tissue samples representative of the major organs have been processed onto glass slides for microscopic examination. These histological specimens have been examined and preserved in 10% formaldehyde and placed in a single storage container. There are no additional significant pathological findings. So the summary, oh my god, finally. According to the rate of decomposition of the body in 44 Fahrenheit salt water and preliminary lysiniacid amphipod scavenging of only the lower abdomen, the body must have been found within a 24-hour period after being submerged. Furthermore, because of what is known about the brand of the watch described in the clothing and valuable section, it is presumed that the body entered the water no later than 10:13 and no earlier than 3:43 p.m. that Friday. Seawater aspiration led to systematic hypoxemia, causing myocardial depression, reflex pulmonary vasoconstriction, and altered pulmonary capillary permeability, contributing to pulmonary edema. Contusions observed on the head are consistent in color with the perimortem bruising. No defensive wounds or ligature marks present. Cause of death is drowning. Evidenced by fluid in the lungs, throat, and sinus cavities. Given the body's proximity to Ballantines Bluff, we determined that the victim fell from a height, hit her head on the way down, and drowned while unconscious and unable to self-rescue. He was poison shot point blank range in the back of the head, and when he was found in the river, water was found in his lungs. Yeah, we don't have an exact time of death, but what they're saying is that the body entered the water no later than 10:13 and no earlier than 3:43 p.m. that Friday. But we also know from her sister that she was at the hotel at 4:45. Oh, no, it's right here. Yeah, she was supposed to show up that afternoon at the hotel at 4:30 to talk about what to do with mom, but she didn't show up until 4:45. So from 4:45, or I guess we'll say 4:50, because we'll give her like 5 minutes to, you know, talk to her sister and then 2 minutes to leave at least. We don't know exactly how long she was there. She didn't say, but we know 3 minutes to talk, 2 minutes to leave at least. So 4:40 or 4:50 to 10:13 p.m. That is the gap that we have so far, because we need to find the gap of when she died. Okay. But it's crazy too, because they're saying that the cause of death is drowning, but then they also have on this picture that she has an injury on the back of her head. And it looks way too small for a rock to do it, so that's kind of suspicious, but I digress. Wait, did I not grab the thumbtacks? I did not grab the thumbtacks. Okay. So I'm gonna put this up. Well, you know what? I'm gonna put this page first, and I'm going to put it in one of these colored sheets so that we have the time in front. And then if we just need to read it. I have arrived. You were literally here like a couple of minutes ago. Why did you leave? Hi, Ezra Bear. We're doing Hunt a Killer. We already did chapter 1. So we're on chapter 2 now, and we're trying to figure out when Beth Ferris Hendricks died. We found out where she died. Okay, we shouldn't automatically rule those that didn't attend the funeral as a potential suspect. Yeah. Come on, get in there. I had dishes to wash and moldy cheese to dispose. Ew. Oh, it looks like my emotes are done. Hell yeah. Whoop whoop. I'm probably not going to put them up until tomorrow, because I have a plan. Okay. So, wait, where's the markers? No, I had the markers. Where did I put them? They're right here. Okay. The only sucky thing is they gave us these 2 highlighters and they suck. I made Rowley eat the cheese. Isn't that from Captain Underpants or something like that? Or no, not Captain Underpants. Well, I can't remember exactly. That doesn't even show up. Yeah, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking. Okay, so I circled. I tried it with the yellow. The yellow didn't show up, so I did it with the pink. So I circled no later than 10:13 and no earlier than 3:43. And then I'm going to write on here 4:45 p.m. Beth left Gwen. So that we have a somewhat idea of the time. I wish that they gave better markers for this. I really do. Markers are not that good. The first and only one. No others were written. I don't know. They also made a movie out of it. And no, they had other books, I remember. So I'm going to put is here. Because it's kind of, oh my god, I hate these fucking thumbtacks. William, bring your muscle over here for me, please. Okay, whatever. That's as good as I can get. This is why nobody likes you, Brutus. Well, that's not really nice to say. Okay, so we also have the final autopsy report, and then we also have report of investigative activity from Jody, Ruby, Martin, and Joey. Oh my god. Okay. Yes, there was. You're just saying because you don't like him. I'm gonna read the report of investigative activity because reading all the medical stuff again, I'm gonna hurt my brain. Okay, so I'm gonna read Joey first, okay? Joey first. Oh, they also gave us the address of where his family lives so that we can mark it on the map. So, Mallory Rock, reported by Sullivan Combs. Family statement of Jody Hendricks. Oh, wait, no, this is Jody. I wanted Joey. Joey. There we go. Family statement of Josiah Hendricks, but his nickname is Joey. Location, Hendricks Construction Group main office, 200 Anchor Street, Mallory Rock. So he was at work when they did this. Mr. Josiah Joey Hendricks was interviewed at his workplace by officers Alex Castillo and Sullivan Combs 2 days after the body of Miss Ferris Hendricks was found. Joey was married to the deceased. Witnesses reported the two had argued the night before at a local restaurant. So they argued Thursday. Officer Castillo found Joey cleaning up his office and packing boxes. When asked what he was doing, Joey informed us that he planned to move in with his father and work from home soon. His haggard appearance suggested a distinct lack of sleep. Officer Castillo proceeded to ask about Joey and Beth's relationship. Joey stopped what he was doing and shrugged, saying, "I wasn't perfect, but she was my wife." I then brought up the witness account of their argument the night before and asked what they fought about. He claimed it was nothing significant and couldn't remember. When pressed, he shook his head and said, "Whatever it was, it's not important now." And we asked Joey to run us through the day of Beth's death. He looked exhausted, finally taking a seat at his desk to talk to us. He rarely made eye contact, but he stated rather matter-of-factly that he worked most of the day. He reported that he had dinner with Beth and Ruby, and then wasted the evening at home until it was time to go to have dinner or drinks on the boat with his father, who he was to meet at 10 o'clock. After his father canceled, Joey claimed to have remained on the boat until the sun rose. He said when he returned home, Beth wasn't there. We concluded the interview by asking if Joey had any idea why Beth would have gone to the Bluffs. Joey's eyes began to water as he hit the arms of the chair. He responded with a raised voice, saying, "No, I don't. Beth had a habit of running off when things didn't go her way, and I had a habit of not asking where or why." After a moment's pause, Joey asked if we needed anything else and rushed out of his office before we could answer. So he was kind of like, "I don't know, man. I don't know. Why are you pressing me?" Like, that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this. He was like, "Whatever it is, it's not important now. Why are you guys asking this?" Like, they're asking about the day that your wife died, and you're just like, "I don't care. I don't care. She's gone now, so why does it matter? It's not important anymore." And it's like, okay, dude, that makes you even more suspicious. Like, come on, you're doing it to yourself. Okay, but so 200 Anchor Street. So, Anchor Street, which is where his work is. Wait, actually, oh, Anchor Street is right here. Okay, so here's Anchor Street. So it starts here, and it goes all the way down here, which is, eerily close. Oh no, I guess she got dropped off here. She got dropped off here, so it's semi-close. I mean, technically everything is semi-close, but no, cool it down. Come on. Unless you want to go. You want to go? You want to go? No? Then stay. Lay down. This guy is still my #1 suspect. I don't care. I mean, I'm just... The only reason why I'm thinking that it has to be somebody else is because it's just too obvious. But it's not... I'm not saying that he's not a suspect, you know? Hi, not Chris! I'm Land. I'm Skylar's twin sister. Yes. We're doing Hunt a Killer. So we have some... we have Beth Ferris Hendricks. She was murdered. And we're trying to figure out when she was murdered. She was married, she had a kid, and it seems like her husband was a scumbag. I don't know, officer. I don't know what she does with her time, and I don't care to ask. I don't know. DeBomb named me. He named me because he likes to call me Little Boobs. And he doesn't want to admit that I'm a D cup. So he says that I'm his twin. I'm Skylar's twin sister. No, not the way he was acting. I know. He's very suspicious. Very suspicious. I don't know. Whatever it was, it's not important now. And then also how if he had any idea why Beth would have gone to the Bluffs and he got upset. He responded with a raised voice. Suspicious! I would have guessed C. Wow. No, these are D cups. Sorry. I know. I'm not little B anymore. Okay, so I'm going to read about Jody now because she's my second suspect. Family statement of Jody Hendricks. So they live... She was at the Hendricks household, which is 104 Captain Place. So Captain Place... Captain Place... Oh, that's Charter. Mallory Street, Mermaid. Captain Place. Wait! Did they live right next to Beth? Because I'm pretty sure they said that that was where Beth lived. Okay, hold on, where? Her home address was 112 Captain Place. And the Hendricks house was right next to her. So there's only 3? Well, here's Captain Place. This is the only Captain Place. And there's 3 buildings here, 2 buildings here. So they lived right next to the Hendricks. 104 Captain Place. They lived right next to their in-laws. You, what about? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, there was a creepo that came in last Saturday just to talk about it. Yeah. He was like, look at the size of those. And I was like, look at the size of what? And then I was like, is he talking about my lady lumps? And then he asked about, he asked a really creepy question about dogs and their sexual, like, organs. And I was just like, dude, why are you thinking about dog penis? That says more about you. It was weird. Okay, so we're gonna be reading about Jody Hendricks now. She lives literally right next to her in-law. Miss Jody Hendricks was interviewed at her family home by officers Alex Castillo and Sullivan Combs 2 days after the body of Beth Ferris Hendricks was found. Mrs. Hendricks is the mother of Mr. Josiah Joey Hendricks and is the mother-in-law of the deceased, Elizabeth Beth Ferris Hendricks. What are those? Can I give Milky a boop? If you want to. I'm not showing him on camera because I'm focusing just on Hunt a Killer, otherwise I will get distracted. But you can boop, and then, you know, he's there. He's at my feet. After sharing condolences for their family's loss, I asked Miss Hendricks about her relationship with Beth. She responded promptly, practically cutting me off before I could finish the question. Wow. Mrs. Hendricks indicated that Beth had been a sweet addition to the family. Of course, she said, they weren't without their disagreements, but the two reportedly got along as well as any mother-in-law, daughter-in-law pair. She cut the officer off in the middle of his investigation. Ma'am, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh yeah, he's not talking about my boobs, don't worry. He's talking about Milky. I mean, I guess I could show Milky. I would just have to call him over. Milky, come. Milky, come here. Can you see him? Right. Okay, come here. Come here. Oh god, he's a fat man. This is Milky. He got a groom, and we think that he's been having allergies, which is why his eyes are so red. You're okay. You're okay, dude. I feel your heart. You're okay. You're okay. But he's just, he's just, you know, he's just chillaxing. Why are you so scared, buddy? You're okay. Alright, go lay down, okay? Oh, he's a bit of a whiny dog. He will cry. So he is actually it depends. No, go lay down. No, go lay down. You wanted to come in here. I asked you if you wanted to go out. And you said no. Yeah, okay. It's because she takes him to this groomer, and I tell her every time that I don't like the way that he cuts his hair. I don't like it. I think it makes him look really ugly because he is actually a cute dog. But when they cut his hair this way, they make him ugly. So it's honestly, it's his haircut. No, I agree with Bomb. He looks kind of ugly with his haircut. I've told her this numerous times. They make him look like a lion, and he's not even a lion, okay? Like, they give him, like, they shave his tail. So they shave his tail all the way, and then he just has a poof. And it's like, why do you do that to this dog, man? No, he is ugly with his haircut, though. I hate his haircut. I tell her this every time. I hate his haircut. And then I feel like they actually caused it to where he got, the allergies. He's self-conscious. Milky, do you care about me thinking you're ugly? No. No, you don't. No, you don't. Yes. Yes. He's fine. He's jumping on my leg right now. Okay, yes. Yes. Yes, I give you love. Yes. Okay. No, get out of there. That's... Excuse me, sir. That's my private area. Get out of there. Okay, come on. Go down. Go down. Right now, he's all riled up. There was a groomer that did that to my dog all the time. I fucking hate it. It's so ugly. And then the other problem is that they shave him completely. Like, he's a floofy dog. He's a floofy dog. And they shave him all the way down. And I'm like, why? Why? He's bald now. Ugh. I like how they do his face because then he can see. But everything else, like his butt, okay, his butt, I can just see pink. I can't see hair, I just see pink. He is a, he's a Maltipoo? A Maltese. He is half poodle. He's a poodle mixed with a Maltipoo, or a Maltese. I'm pretty sure. I forgot what kind of dog he is. Brutus and Portia are at my feet too. They're down there too. What, you want to see them also? Oh my god, you guys are distracting me. Brutus, come here. Come here. No, Milky. I'm calling for Brutus, man. Here's Brutus. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Here's Brutus, man. He's turning 10 years old next year. So that's why you see all the white hair on his face. Because he's getting old. Yes, you an old man, Brutus. Yes. You're old. He's a grandpa. Oh. Oh. I know he is like, Mom, what? What do you want? He does get along with Brutus and Portia. They're like best friends. Portia, come here. Portia. Portia. Come here. Come here. Okay, thank you. And then this is Portia. What? Yes, thank you. 9 years old. He's turning 12. She is turning... Oh, actually, she just turned 7 years old. So she's officially an elder now, too. Yeah, she's a big girl. Yes, 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 yes. Chicken, probably chicken syndrome. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, you guys saw all the dogs, okay? I had to stomp my leg, by the way, because she was scratching herself, and when I tell her to stop, she doesn't stop until I'm, like, loud with it. Now the cats, I'm not grabbing the fucking cats. No way. I'm reading this. We're going back to Hunt a Killer. I'm not streaming for 5 hours because I'm distracted. Cats are ugly. Brutus, shut the fuck up. Cats are cute. Look, I'm wearing my hoopy earrings. Okay. Mrs. Hendricks then recounted the events of that day, noting that she saw Beth come to that house that Friday afternoon, worked up into a tizzy to talk to Mr. Hendricks. Mrs. Hendricks said she was unable to gather what had her worked up, but reported that she and Beth exchanged words briefly before Mrs. Hendricks went up to take a bath. I was an absolute mess coming out of the garden, she said to us. She appeared nervous or at least uncomfortable, rubbing non-existent dirt from her fingers and looking about the room for something. It's so easy for dirt to get stuck underneath your nails, you know, and it's not a proper look. Not at all. What is on my phone? Really? Okay. Officer Castillo asked whether Mrs. Hendricks saw Beth leave the residence, but Mrs. Hendricks quickly shook her head and said by the time she finished washing up, Beth had already left. Mrs. Hendricks then reported she spent the rest of the evening cleaning around the house until she and Mr. Hendricks settled to watch some television and talk. She recalled that Mr. Hendricks left in a hurry at what must have been around 9:30 because he was late to meet with Joey. Wait, but Joey said that his dad canceled. Those two go work on the boat every Friday night, but I'm fairly certain they just sit around and drink beers. Not sure what for when they could just meet here, but boys will be boys, I suppose. Before he left, Mr. Hendricks reportedly helped Mrs. Hendricks with her medicine and tucked her into bed. Mrs. Hendricks appeared relieved, saying, Martin will tell you, I've always been a light sleeper, but believe me, I didn't even hear a single firework. Mrs. Hendricks later reaffirmed that after Mr. Hendricks left, she fell asleep quickly and did not hear any news of Beth until the following afternoon when she was notified by the police. Beers? Yeah, they were drinking beers on a boat. Buzz, buzz, heart rate elevated, buzz, buzz, stop lifting dogs. No, it was telling me that my battery was low when I had just charged it the night prior. Not last night, but the night prior. So it's telling me that this watch, because it's so highly advanced. Oh wow, there's ad breaks. Nice. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, actually it's gonna end soon, so I'll just wait. Abyss, what the fuck? I threatened to throw a co-worker into the trash compactor today. And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't those meddling OSHA kids and their stupid dog. Nice reference. I love it. Unless if we were being serious. Okay, so I'm putting up Mallory Rock episode 2. It's just the card that says everything that we have. Where did I poke this actually? Sky. I got a new song. Wanna hear? I do. But I probably won't listen to it until after stream because otherwise this is going to take me hours because we're not even halfway through all of the evidence and then we still have to think with our brain. Evidence? Yeah, there's a lot of evidence that we have to go through. I have to read all of these papers. And then there's the autopsy report, there's her plan, there's a note from Jody, there's a note from Sam, there's another note from Sam. And then there's evidence on the interwebs too. There's all of this. There's screenshots from Sully. There's good fences. These are a bunch of pictures. There's Ruby's Click Clack, which I'm assuming it's like her TikTok. There's the Keep Safe, which we need to figure out her password so that we can see all of her work information. This is Beth Ferris's work stuff. So we have a lot of evidence to go through, and I'm getting distracted. Also, happy Mischief Night, Coast Traitor. You're a Coast Traitor. You're the one that's stuck in New Jersey. Ah, shit, I logged out on accident. It's home. It is not home, and you know it. You don't want it to be home. They charge us to leave. Just do it anyways. Then when you're gone, you never have to worry about that again. So there is a dent in Joey's alibi. According to his mom, we'll see what his dad says, because maybe his dad has something different. So he was meant to meet his father at 10 o'clock, but his dad canceled, and then Joey claimed to have remained on the boat until the sun rose. And then when he returned home, Beth wasn't there. And then according to Jody, he left around 9:30 because he was late to meet with Joey. See, that doesn't make sense either, because if they were planning to meet at 10 o'clock, how was he late to meet Joey at 9:30? I don't think it takes half an hour. But, alright, so now we're going to read the statement of Martin, and we'll see what he says. So, Martin Hendricks was investigated or questioned, interviewed at his family home 2 days after Beth was found. Mr. Hendricks is the father of Josiah Joey Hendricks and is the deceased father-in-law. Beth and Mr. Hendricks both worked on the town council and frequently met at the Hendricks residence. Officer Costello called Mr. Hendricks into the kitchen, offered condolences on our behalf, and led with asking how Beth was feeling when he last spoke to her. Mr. Hendricks was pensive but forthcoming, stating that Beth had come by that afternoon to discuss matters relating to the town council. He did not disclose what exactly those matters were, but mentioned he had been helping her with a proposal. Mr. Hendricks reported that he felt she had some frustrations with how slowly things were progressing, saying, "I tried to reassure her that we're doing all we could, but you know Bethy, very headstrong, that one." So it does actually seem like she had a better relationship with her father-in-law versus her mother-in-law. Mr. Hendricks then described the rest of that day as an eventful one. He said work was hectic, and he had somehow forgotten about his usual get-together with Joey that evening. Mr. Hendricks explained that he and Joey would often meet on their old family boat. "Our heads are clear out there, and it's admittedly an excuse to spend time with my busy son," he said. He later claimed that he rushed out of the house as soon as he remembered, and that on the way to meet Joey, he received an urgent phone call from Gwen Ferris, who asked him to check on the pool's pump room at the Mariners Lodge. Okay, so that's how they found out about the pump. Because at first I was like, wait a second, it doesn't mention anywhere of her telling them that there was a pool problem. But now it makes sense. If she called Mr. Hendricks to fix it, he would tell Mrs. Hendricks what happened. The thing about it, though, is that she didn't mention that. Because this is 2 days after Beth was found. So she was still acting like he went on the boat with Joey. But she also asked Gwen in the emails about the pool pump. So she was told by her husband what happened that night and that he had to cancel on Joey. But in her report, she's still acting like he went on the boat with Joey. She didn't say anything about like, oh, he was getting ready to go to see my son on their boat for their weekly thing, but instead he got called by Gwen Beth's sister to go help with the pool. She didn't say that. And it's like, he told her about the pool because she mentioned it in the emails to Gwen. Like, she even said, how was the pump? Is it fixed? How was the pool? So that's kind of a little suspicious. He reported that a valve had broken, causing the room to flood enough to trigger the silent alarm. After wading in and fixing the problem, Martin said he was so soaked that he called Joey to cancel their plans and headed home to dry off and get some sleep, he guesses, around 11 p.m. So, yeah, so... Jody. Because this email... Oh, actually, okay. So, hold on. I guess it wasn't Jody who mentioned it. It was Martin. He said, P.S. What's going on with the pool leak situation? Any more problems with the pump? That was yesterday that this was copied. It doesn't say the exact date. I wish that they had dates. Like, if it said Tuesday, then we would know that Friday she was killed. Friday night to Saturday morning she was killed. And then her body wasn't found until Saturday afternoon. So if this said Saturday or Sunday, then it would give us a little bit more information. So I guess it wasn't Jody who asked about the pool pump. It was Martin. I just assumed it was Jody because she's the one who was primarily messaging about that. Okay. But it would still make sense that he would tell his wife. And that she would mention it. Okay, so now Ruby. Ruby Hendricks. She was interviewed in the living room of her grandparents' home by Officer Alex Castillo and Sullivan Combs 2 days after her mom was found. Ruby is the daughter of Josiah Hendricks and the deceased Elizabeth Ferris Hendricks. Because Ruby is a minor, I asked whether she would be more comfortable speaking to us with her father present. She quickly said no, and asked if her grandfather could stay instead. Mr. Hendricks complied with the request and remained present during the entire interview. I asked some preliminary questions such as how she was feeling and what happened that Friday. Ruby seemed a little uncomfortable, adjusting her clothes and pulling her legs up to her chest. She said that Friday had felt like any other Friday. I went to school and came back, got ditched, and went to bed. Officer Castillo asked for clarification on getting ditched. Ruby shrugged and said her friends canceled plans with her. When asked what time she left to meet them, she shook her head and said, I don't know, 8? Officer Castillo then asked when Ruby actually saw Beth. Ruby recalled that she and her mother had made French toast together for breakfast, and then met again for dinner that night sometime around 6 p.m. Okay, so now we have 6 p.m. Ruby saw Beth at home, and her body was dumped in the water no later than 10:13. So now we have closed it down to 4 hours. Ruby's voice broke slightly before she cleared her throat and continued through labored breathing. Mom gave me a couple of bucks, told me to save it for later, and then I left. She claimed she ran home after about an hour and came home to an empty house. But after Officer Castillo or I could ask any more questions, Mr. Hendricks suggested we continue at a later date, seeing how upset she is. That is a red flag right there, that she wouldn't want her own father to be present with her when she's being questioned. She wanted her grandpa. And the other thing is that she asked for her grandpa, not her grandma. And I will admit, as a woman, if I was being questioned by the police, I would feel more comfortable with a woman. Like, I don't know what it is. I just, like, if there's a woman there and she could emotionally support me, I would rather have a woman there. I mean, that's just me, but I'm saying I know that most typically women will stick with women because we're more emotionally in tune with that kind of thing. But she asked for her grandpa. So that is putting red flags in my head saying Jody and Josie. Or Joey. Joey and Jody. They're dinging right now. Yeah, would it be better if your dad is with you? No, but can my grandpa be with me? And the thing is too, she quickly answered no. She didn't spend time thinking on it. She just went, no. Okay, my grandpa. So it's like, she does not trust her dad at all. Okay, but so she had dinner sometime around 6 p.m. She came back an hour later and Beth was gone. So from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, Beth left. And then 10:13, what is Joey's dad's name? Martin. And the other thing too is that in Martin's thing, Beth also preferred him because what is it? The way that he talks about her, okay? I tried to assure her that we were doing all we could, but you know Bethy. So he has a nickname for her, Bethy. Very headstrong, that one. So he talks about Beth with love, right? While Jody is like, she worked up into a tizzy. She, what is it? Oh, and then when the cops asked about her relationship with Beth, she cut them off before they could finish the question and said she had been a sweet addition, but they had their disagreements. So, based on that, Jody is a bitch. So from here, from what I can see, Beth was closer with her father-in-law than her mother-in-law, and Ruby is closer to her father or her grandfather versus her grandma or her dad. So yeah. Yeah, we got a monster-in-law situation. We do. They do not like Jody. They do not like Joey. Okay, so according to Ruby, wait, where's the Ruby one? Here's the Ruby one. So according to Ruby, from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, her mom left. So, where's this marker? I wish I could bring you guys closer. Oh wait, my lights aren't on. That's why it's a little darker. Okay, so 6 o'clock, Beth had dinner with Ruby. 7 o'clock, Ruby came home to empty house. So from 6 o'clock, because we don't know exactly what time she left. We will probably see more information on her planner, but I'm saving that for last just so that we can... Well, I guess not last, but pretty close to last. Oh, wait, you know what? I have another one, right? Yeah. Oh, I have another 2, actually. Of these things so that I can circle. I can't get it in. Okay, there we go. Oh, come on. There we go. I really wish there was a better place for them now. It kind of seems like I need more of these cork boards because I'm filling them up. Okay. So, 6 o'clock, about an hour later, came home to an empty house. I just circled them. Okay, so let's read the notes now. And then after that, we will do this little deduction thing on the back, and then we will look at her plan and see where she went. So this is a letter to Beth from Jody. Dear Beth, I was just thinking about you the other day, and I wanted to thank you for being such a guiding light in Joey's life. So this is just how my brain is thinking. I'm not saying this is 100%. She's not... This sentence is talking about what Beth is doing for Joey. So, just bringing that up. So far, Jody seems that Beth is helping Joey out. Like, not that it's a communal relationship. Beth is the murderer. Beth died. Did we find the murder land? You mean where she died? Hold on, my wig. Look, you can see my real hair. Yeah, Beth is the one who died. This is Beth. She was murdered on Friday, and we're trying to figure out when she died. So far what we have is that her daughter had dinner with her around 6 p.m. on Friday, and then she came home, her daughter came home an hour later, and she came home to an empty house. I know, right? But Sky just disappeared too. Sky just left. I know. Yeah, it's a wig. You really thought I dyed my hair black? Come on, it makes me look so pale. It's supposed to be Sherlock Holmes. This lady sounds like a person who walked into a door one time. There you go. Hi, I'm drunk. Hi. Yeah, I baited you. Sky would walk into a door. I had to be careful because I don't want to break my glass. No, not Land. Oh yeah, Land would never walk into a door. That was Sky. She was wearing a wig. But this is my real hair. I dyed it. Or I'm naturally black-haired. I have natural black hair. Land would never have pink walls. No, her walls would be black or dark green. Wait, no, it goes this way. No! You've got a lot of emotions. I do. Okay, but so, my cheat, if you're asking, so, the first episode, we had to figure out where Beth died. She was found here on this map, which is why there's a little writing here that says Beth. The 3 locations that she could have been dropped off at was here, Valentine's Bluff, here by Mermaid Lane, or here, Stony Point. The letter that we had said that she was not dropped off at Valentine's Bluff. So that one was crossed out. So the only 2 places that she could have been dropped off was here and here. Now, my brain, I was thinking that her husband was cheating on her with this lady named Sam. And Sam's business is right here. So I was thinking that it was here. And then the other thing that kind of made sense was that it's called Stony Point. And she had a gash in the back of her head. So it made sense to me that somebody pushed her off here and the rocks at the bottom of the cliff made the impact on her head. Wow. Oh, you can't hear me from back there? Okay. This is why it's frustrating. I swear to God. Like, I wish I had another camera. Oh, wait. You also can't hear me because there's an ad break. Portia! I'll just wait for you guys, you know. I'll just be patient and wait. I'll just be patient. Okay, you're back? Oh my God, guys, you're back. You're so sorry? You just tried to be funny and shit? No, you were funny. No, that was funny. I was making your joke even funnier by actually walking into the door. That's what I was doing. I was making it funnier. Yeah, you made it funny. It was funny. Okay, it was funny. Okay. So I'm gonna I am very patient. So, okay, can you hear me now? Sky's hella mean. Alright, I'll beat the shit out of her for you, okay? Can you hear me now? Okay. I'll stand closer to my microphone, okay? I'll try my best. So Beth was found here, where this writing is. Don't do that. I'm gonna kick her ass for you. What do you mean? I'm gonna kick her ass for you. Okay, Beth was found here. this location down here, and this location are 3 locations that she could have been dropped off, because one of the scientific experiments that kids did in middle school was they dropped off bottles and they wanted to see how the currents around the island would affect those bottles. So, from here, we found out that when bottles were dropped off at these 3 locations, they ended up where she is. So that's how we figured out that those were the 3 locations that she was possibly dropped off at. There was a note in one of the letters that said she was not dropped off at the top one, because that's Valentine's Bluff. She was not dropped off there. So that one was X'd out, right? It was crossed off. So the only 2 locations left was this one here and this one here. I figured that this one was the one that she was dropped off at because I speculate that her husband was cheating on her with Sam Gundy. And Sam Gundy's business is right north of that location. And then what also solidified it was that point is called Stony Point. And she had a huge gash in the back of her head. So I speculated that she was facing whoever pushed her off. And when they pushed her, the back of her head hit a stony rock. So that is why we guessed that location, and it was right. Now, if that was the actual reason why that was the location, I don't know, but that was just my speculation. Cool aid acid test. She made up half of those countries. But yeah, so she was dropped off at Stony Point there on the map, and the currents brought her body up. Sam did it, I believe you. I feel like Sam did it. Okay, because we watched her her funeral, Beth's funeral, and it seemed like her husband was sorry for doing something and that she forgave him and that she didn't need to. So it kind of seems like he cheated and she forgave him. But we don't have any evidence of that, sadly. Okay, I gotta bring my key light closer because I'm realizing that I have a lot of shadows. There's still fucking shadows. Okay, I can't do this. Elementary, my dear Watson. I killed her. I slept with her husband too. He was aight. But we also got this. We are closed. I was just verbally assaulted in my own store for no reason, and for the safety of myself and customers, we're closing at 4:43 p.m. today. Any appointments will be rescheduled after I cleanse the store of all negative energy and will reopen tomorrow at regular hours. Namaste, Sam. Okay. Now, the thing about this is that she closed at 4:43 p.m. and Beth was supposed to meet her sister at 4:30, but she didn't show up until 4:45. So I believe that Beth assaulted Sam, caused her to close early, and then went to her sister's hotel, because she even said in the letter that her sister was somewhere else. She was not focusing on what they were talking about, and then after a couple of minutes, she left. So I feel like Sam was assaulted by Beth because Beth found out that Sam was the other lady. Speculation, but honestly, it's too much of a coincidence. Especially because we're closing at 4:43 p.m. today. Why not 4:45? You know? Very suspicious. But so that's why I believe Sam perped and got perped on. Exactly. She fucked up. Oh, it's verbally assaulted. Okay, I'm sorry. She got verbally assaulted. Like, you're fucking my husband, you slut! It's verbally assaulted. And oh my god, the negative energy. I need to cleanse all the negative energy because I was verbally assaulted in my own store for no reason. She's acting like a victim. My bangs are doing the thing again. Dude, I don't know what's going on with this wig today. I mean, what's going on with my hair today? Sorry. Okay. Sam X-Ray. Okay, but so back to this letter. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, Milky. After his accident, the world seemed rather dark for him. Martin and I try our best to be there, but I'm sure there are moments that none of us fully comprehend. I know you are trying your best, but perhaps you can give him a bit more space. Wow. Yesterday, he told me that you were upset about how counseling went, and I wanted to offer a bit of advice that, of course, you're free to disregard. Literally, okay, ma'am, don't butt your business into your son's relationship. It's their business. Also, did you make up this game or is it predetermined? This is an actual game. It's called Hunt a Killer. They also gave me a cup. They gave me a cup when I bought it. No, you cannot have it. It's mine. No, it's mine. Mine. Buy your own. Did Sky just accuse me of sleeping with her hubby and call me a slut? I did, Kyle. I did. You fucking slut. Sleeping with my husband, I knew you were a whore. Good, go cry. Just kidding. I love you. I'm Land. I'm kind and patient. I love you. I'll give you my cup. I hope you know there's a Sherlock Holmes board game that I played with my friends and we thought we nailed the perp only to get totally shit on and we're way off. Okay, you want to know something about that? Land is gonna beat me up next. Brutus is mine. You don't know me. This is my purse. I don't know you. I fucked it up. Sorry. I actually play Clue. Okay, I play Clue a lot. And all of the people that I played with told me that they don't want to play that game with me anymore. And when I asked why, they said it's because I always find out who did it, where, and with what weapon. They told me I'm too good at it, so they don't want to play with me anymore. I got so many people upset. I played with my family. They don't want to play it with me anymore because I kept beating them. I played it with Brutus. He doesn't want to play it with me anymore. I played it with his family. They don't play it with me anymore. I literally don't know how to play Clue. I've never won because I don't know how to. Okay, it's a game of deduction, okay? So, say you have kitchen, knife, and Mrs. Pink. And somebody says, I believe it's in the living room, Mrs. Pink, and with the gun, okay? And someone before you hands a card over. From deduction, you know that you have Mrs. Pink. So they're not handing over Mrs. Pink. They're handing over, what weapon did I say? The gun or the living room. So from that, on your little paper, you put a question mark on living room and gun. And then what you do is you hold on to that information. You're like, okay, this person next to me, if they only have 3 cards, it was either the living room or the gun that they have. And then later on, what you can do is you can ask for that living room or ask for the gun later on to fully confirm what information they have. Or you can just assume, or you can just ask for something else and then figure out question marks for everybody. And then you can ask for more specific things. So if you have question marks on everything but one, shit sounds complicated. I wouldn't play either. It's actually super easy when you get in the habit of it. Like, I deduce super fast. Okay, I deduce super fast now. Like, my brain picks that shit up. So then when I do it, and I know I have Mrs. Pink, I will ask for Mrs. Pink, knowing that I have the card. And what that does, too, is it tricks everybody else. Because if no one else has Mrs. Pink checked off, they'll think that it's Mrs. Pink only because you have the card. So then you ask for Mrs. Pink at the kitchen with a knife or, you know, the living room with a gun. And then what that person was, whatever card they had, they'll have to show it to you. And then you'll able to deduce whether it was the living room or if it was the gun. Because if they have the living room, you're like, hey, nobody has the gun then. If there was only one question mark next to it, meaning that nobody else had that card and only that one person might have had that card, my brain still hurts. I'm just saying, this is how I play it. This is how I play it, and this is how I figure it out. So if I have a card, or if I have 2 cards, I will ask for those 2 cards plus 1 to quickly deduce what I don't have. And then from there, when I look at it and I see a question mark, a question mark, a question mark, I'm like, okay, somebody has that card. There's a high chance that somebody has that card because it's been brought up numerous times and somebody has shown a card. Especially if it's the same person. If the same person shows a card when that question is asked, like if somebody goes to the kitchen and asks for a kitchen card, and then somebody else goes to the kitchen and asks for a kitchen card, and the same person pulls the card out, then it kind of helps me, like, especially if the weapon and the person is different, then it helps me be like, that person has a 99% chance of having the kitchen card, because every time the kitchen is asked, they pull a card out. So it tells me that that person has the kitchen, meaning it's not the kitchen, so I don't even go to the kitchen anymore. I'll just go to other rooms, and I'll keep doing that. And eventually I'll see like, oh, this person has this card, and there's only 3 cards. So I see that they have 2 question or 2 check marks saying that they have that card. And then if I see that they keep pulling that card out with the kitchen, I'll deduce that they also have the kitchen card. So then that's their 3 cards. So I know all 3 cards that they have, but they don't know any cards that I have. So that's why people don't play with me anymore. Because I literally, I do that shit. Okay. But that's how I play Clue. And so everybody told me, they're like, how do you already know my cards when I didn't even give it to you? And I'm like, I just deduced it from you giving it out. All I'm getting from this is if we're ever in a murder mystery and I'm the killer, I should get you first. Yeah. Yeah, I will figure it out. And okay, so there's also Netflix movies now where it's not Netflix, but it's like murder mystery movies. And it's like The River of Nile. I think it's one of them. And then there's another one that has Chris Evans in it. Every time I watch those movies, like for the first time, Brutus will be looking at me. And he's like, so who is it? Who is it? And I'll be like, well, I think it's this person because this, this, and this, and this. And then at the end of the movie, he looks at me and he goes, Sky, how did you know it was that person? And I'm like, I just pick it up. I just pick it up. I don't know. It's just so easy to me now. Because I love murder mysteries. Clue is actually my favorite board game. So if you ever want to play board games with me, I will ask you to play Clue with me. And then you'll see how I do it. And I will help people too. Like, I will tell them what I'm doing and try to explain it in an easy way so that you can do it too. And then you can keep up on par with me. Like, I like it when it's a competition. I don't care about winning. I just like deducing. Yeah, Death on the Nile. Thank you. Like, I already knew in Death on the Nile who it was because that one was kind of obvious. Not gonna lie. It was very obvious. At least to me. Other people, they couldn't figure it out, but I was like, this is so obvious. I remember when Sky would game with me. I will game with you. I just don't know when you're available. That's the thing. You work now. JD works now. Grande is gone. I don't know when you guys are available. And I don't want to be like constantly asking you, when are you available? When are you available? When are you available? Because then I feel like I'm bothering you. I will wait for a meetup to sabotage you. Will you game with me, Land? I will game with you, Might Cheat. I will. We can play Left 4 Dead. We can play Back for Blood. I have so many games. I will play Elden Ring with you. I mean, I remember that we were all doing that one time. I want to continue it. Listen, I never really got to play Back for Blood. Grande is gone. He's not gone, but he's just... He works too much now. He works way too much now, and I never get to see him or talk to him, and it makes me sad. I mean, I still Snapchat him, so I still see what he's going on. But if only Tencent didn't destroy that game. I don't know how he destroyed it either. I didn't hear anything about that. You should roll the dice. Yeah, but morning... I mean, Pickle, if you want to play Clue with me and sabotage me, go ahead. Go ahead. I will love it. If it makes it where I have to think harder, I love it. I'm still waiting to play Alan Wake 2. Yeah, I saw it's not on PC yet. It's not on PC yet. It's on Xbox and PlayStation, and it was released the 27th. So I don't know when it's going to be on PC. Kind of feel like playing Evil Within. Oh my god, I've been having the craving to play Evil Within so that I can play Evil Within 2. But then my problem also is I have so many games I want to play. Okay, but... I'm winded now because I get very excited. I'm very passionate about murder mysteries. I'm still working on outing myself. I already know, DJ. Are those games co-op? I don't know. I can't remember if they are or not. I have a feeling that maybe the second one was, but I don't know. I would have to Google it, honestly. Okay, but... yeah, DJ. Hey, killer. Okay, but back to the letter. I'm sorry. You know I've always admired your ability to face things head on, but relationships are different than town council policies. You have to be more understanding of how difficult Joey's recovery has been if you're going to have a successful marriage. Martin and I have not remained married for over 40 years without compromises. I cannot tell you how many times I've had to take a step back and reappraise the situation for Martin. And every time, we're better for it. If you're willing to let your pride go, I know your relationship will blossom into years of happiness. Now, I look forward to our family dinner on Saturday, and I hope you can resolve this conflict you're having with my son by then. Martin and I wish to see nothing but smiles that evening, and I'm sure you wish the same. You will be bringing a dish, won't you? We should coordinate. Best wishes, Jody. This letter is so fucked. This letter is literally a huge freaking middle finger to Beth. Beth has to compromise about Joey's mistake, his accident. What accident was he even in? And then she has to give him time. If you're willing to let your pride go. And then she goes, I hope that all of you are smiles by then, because if you're not smiles... like, God. And then, you'll be bringing a dish, won't you? The fuck? Hello? Jody? This is why nobody likes you. A 40-year-old booty call? That man needs a hobby. Wait, what? No, it's his wife. It's his wife. Time isn't such a big deal. She should probably buy some from the store. I know, it's like, dude, Jody is such a bitch. Everything that I've read about her, she just seems very passive-aggressive. She's like, if you just let your pride go, I'm sure you can make my son happy. Like, I don't care about your happiness. I care about my son's happiness. You deserve better than Jody. Yeah, sorry, got it a bit late. No, you're fine. I know, he does deserve better than Jody. Because so far from what we've seen, Martin is the one that everybody likes. Ruby likes Martin. Beth likes Martin. Gwen likes Martin. None of them like Jody. None of them like Joey. Hi, Joey. So this is from Sam to Joey, which is Beth's husband. Hi, Joey. Long time no see. Remind me, you're available for work, right? I was just taking a look around the shop, and not to be a bummer, but it needs so much work done. Hey, come over. I'm ready. It's unreal. Do you remember when your dad stopped by and offered to build up the shop at a discounted, respectable rate? That was the greatest help when I just started out. Other contractors are just quoting me way too high, and it's really been disrupting my inner peace lately. You know I always try to remain calm. Shit. There's an ad break. Okay, I'll wait. By the way, I had mozzarellas, and I didn't eat them fast enough. Dude, they get cold so fast. We are closed. I was verbally assaulted. Is there a way, actually, that I could... You know what? Actually, yeah. I think I will. Okay, sweet. The ads are done. So I just moved the map farther down, just so I have a little bit more corkboard room. That's a map of Texas. This is Mallory Rock. This is an island. Where is it actually? Mallory Rock, M-E, Maine? Right? M-E is Maine. So I just moved the map down so that I have more room to poke and prod things onto it. So we're gonna be putting all the evidence that we looked at already. We are going to put up there so that we can mark it. I'm EU, so that's Texas. I'm pretty sure it's a made-up place, but I'm not sure because I don't know Maine. We are close. I was just verbally assaulted in my shop for no reason. Sorry, I keep making fun of Sam. That's literally what her note says. That green note. I was just verbally assaulted in my own store for no reason. And then she's like, any appointments will be rescheduled until after I cleanse the store of negative energy. Okay, she probably doesn't actually sound like that, but in my head she does. Okay. So this is a letter from Sam to Joey. And I believe that Sam and Joey are having an affair. So do you remember when your dad stopped by and offered to build me up the shop at a discounted, respectable rate? That was the greatest help when I just started out. Other contractors are just quoting me way too high, and it's really been disrupting my inner peace lately. You know, I always try to keep calm, but they wouldn't even account for me being a small business owner. I mean, don't you think it's always a huge risk to trust a new company? Ridiculous. Anywho, I noticed a leak in Mother Island's storage room. Not that it matters, but there's still that patch I got last time when the corner of the ceiling was all droopy. I tried shining a light through it. Oh my god! Jeez. I'm not sure if it's rain damage or what, but I'm worried about it caving in or damaging the herbs back there. Do you think your dad would be willing to come take a look at it? Maybe he'll know how to fix it permanently, or, you know, if he's too far away, maybe you could come take a look at it yourself? I'm sure it's not even that big of a deal. Thanks, Sam. Calm and your own company in one sentence. Relax! Stop messaging me! Okay, and then there are circles on the behind of it. So I don't think I can show you guys it that well. So I'm gonna just read it. You're the greatest risk I was willing to take. So Sam's secret message to Joey, you're the greatest risk I am willing to take. Does that not scream cheating? I seriously want no people working for me ever again. I know. That's a lot of words. Sheesh, I won't message you then. Listen. You're not the one messaging. I could be. I remember when you got mad at me for waking you up. Wait! Oh, was it when I was sleeping when we were watching anime and you guys were all calling me or something? Oh, okay, we were meaning to play Left 4 Dead and I was napping. Listen, I was tired, okay? I woke up and then I bullied Grande. Okay, yeah, I can't even see. It was my fault for being late. I mean, but I also passed out, so it was my fault for being tired. You also blamed Mom. Okay, because when I'm napping, like, sometimes he'll message me or he'll call me, and I'm like, Mom, please stop calling me right now. I'm sleeping. Wow, Skylar, I'm innocent. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know. But yeah, so Sam just outed and said, "You are the greatest risk I am willing to take." Cheating. Cheating, cheating, cheating. Although, the crazy thing about this is this doesn't tell us anything about where she was. Just that they were cheating. They were cheating. Okay, so the last one before the planner is the autopsy report. So, time was 2:31 p.m. Ferris Hendricks, or Elizabeth Ferris Hendricks, blue eyes, blonde hair. She was born 1984. She's a deceased adult female with fixed rigor mortis and postmortem lividity. Mechanism of death is asphyxiation due to drowning. Wounds consistent with blunt force trauma to the back of the head. So, from the anatomic findings and pertinent history, I ascribe the death to drowning. Manner of death, accident. The descendant was a Caucasian female who, for unknown reasons, ventured to Ballatine's Bluff late Friday afternoon or evening. Her body washed ashore on North Beach and was discovered by boaters at approximately 11 a.m. the following morning. The body was caught on driftwood and found with most clothing intact. Post-mortem injuries on the body were found over or around any antemortem injuries. The post-mortem injuries make it difficult to determine the exact circumstances of the fatality and are consistent with those found on bodies which decompose at sea and with scavenging behavior of animals known to inhabit the area. Identification. At 12 o'clock, a complete post-mortem examination was performed on the body of Elizabeth Ferris Hendricks, whose identity was confirmed by an officer on the scene and later corroborated by the examiner via dental ID. Persons present for the autopsy were Timothy Lant, an autopsy assistant. Clothing and valuables. Light blue blazer, waterlogged. Light blue pants, waterlogged. White long sleeve blouse, waterlogged. Underwear, waterlogged. Stocking socks, ripped and waterlogged. Why were her socks ripped? Brassiere, waterlogged. 2 small silver hoop earrings. Analog watch, waterlogged and damaged. Reads 10:43. Okay. Smartphone, waterlogged and damaged. Why was her phone damaged? Keyring with keys. Wallet containing credit cards, driver's license, and business cards. Waterlogged. Estimated time of death. The watch on the body shows evident water damage. Tests on similar watches suggest that the watch could have stopped somewhere between 30 minutes to 7 hours after submerged in water. I got you, my cheat. She was in a cheap motel room getting ridden like a tilt-a-whirl by Joey. I know. So yeah, this confirmed that they were having an affair. This letter right here. These little secret messages. I don't know if you heard it, Renegade, but in the circle it says, "You're the greatest risk I am willing to take." So they were cheating. They were having an affair. Okay, so external examination. The body is that of a well-developed, well-nourished Caucasian female adult. Evidence of skin decomposition accelerated by something something. I don't want to fucking read it. Scavenging around the lower abdomen present, as well as a blunt force traumatic injury noted below. The scalp is covered in clavicle-length blonde hair in a normal distribution. The skull is symmetrical and evidences some trauma in the parietal region in the form of bruising. The eyes are open and the irises are blue. Pupils are asymmetrical dilated. All teeth are present except for wisdom teeth, which have previously been surgically removed. 4 crowns on lower molars observed. The anterior chest is intact. Ears are pierced. Large number of glamorous organs have a loss of volume through vasoconstriction present in hands and feet, creating negative digital pulp pressure. Pulp pressure suggests the body remains submerged in water no more than 24 hours. Presence of skeletal hemorrhage detected. There are no noticeable markings or tattoos. Thanks. Maybe Land and Sky will stop bullying me. No, I'm kind. I won't bully you. Sky is the one that bullies you. I will bully Sky for bullying you. I must be drunk. I heard body wash discovered by boners. How do I get in line for Joey? Hey, he's still alive, so just get in line. I mean, it sounds like he's a whore. Rigor mortis is fixed, and post-mortem lividity is settled in the front of the body. Blunt force traumatic injury with minimum cranial fractures resulting in cranial bruising. So like I said, her skull was broken. Bruise measures approximately 1.27 centimeters high by 3.81 centimeters wide. Hairline fracture of the partial bone observed. Injury appears to have resulted from contact with a hard squared object. Hard squared object to the posterior of the head hit at an approximate 60-degree angle. No artifacts of medical or postmortem care are present. So 60-degree angle. So if I put my hand out, this is 90. 0 is up here, right? So this is 0. This is 90. So 60 is here. So she was hit by somebody that was shorter than her. Because if they were taller than her, the angle would be 125. Right? Am I doing that right? Because if this is 90, right? If this is 90, and this is 0, 60 would be right around here. So if somebody was to hit her here, her head would be taller than them. Right? I'm swiping. That's 6 inches, Jack. Wait, what's 6 inches? The 3.81 centimeters? Or the 60 degrees? You're on a math parole? I don't even know what you're talking about. Okay, so now the last evidence, at least paper-wise, we still have the electrical evidence. This is her planner. So this is a Friday. So 8 a.m. she had French toast with Ruby. 9 a.m. she reviewed posts from yesterday, asked Leah about Lighthouse Festival prep. 11 a.m. she had library books due, check GE, general education, or I don't know. Me neither. 12 p.m. she had call CB about Augusta account, but then she rescheduled it to do it tomorrow. 2 p.m. she picked up egg sandwich from Maz. 4 p.m. she was meeting Gwen. 7 p.m. Portobello risotto for dinner. Ruby's going to the movies. Give her some cash. 8 p.m. Try to sort things out with Clarence. 11 p.m. Wait up for Ruby. Don't fall asleep on the couch again. Notes. Find time to breathe. Look up a yoga class, painting class. Print Ruby's community service forum. And tell Joey, I'm assuming, not to forget onions for tomorrow this time. Did we find murderer yet? No, we just have some speculations. So on Saturday, when she was already dead, we dating Ruby. Ruby is her child. Ruby is her child. That's her daughter. 8 a.m. breakfast date with Ruby. 10 a.m. meeting with JWE. Return his docs, I guess. 11 a.m. conference call with commission. 12 p.m. call CB. 2 p.m. council meeting LHF. 5 p.m. lighthouse tour with Amandine. 7 p.m. family dinner. She has it in quotation marks. Family dinner with Martin and Jody. Jody's making meatloaf. Bring substitute for Ruby. 10 p.m. make sure everyone's in bed early for tomorrow. Notes. Remember to enjoy the little things. Asparagus and refresh. KS. Oh, fuck me. Or is this game an Alabama game? No, this is a murder mystery. We're trying to figure out when Beth was killed. Okay, so it's actually saying that 7 p.m. is when she made dinner on this. And according to Ruby, it was at 6 o'clock. 8 p.m., she said, tried to sort things out with Clarence. I don't know who Clarence is. Okay, so we looked at all of the evidence that was paper. I gotta move things off my chair. Who was Ruby dating? We actually don't have any information about if Ruby was dating somebody. Okay, so you're gonna see my hand. So this is the webs. So screenshots, solely text. Oh wait, actually, we already read this last time, so we don't need these screenshots. We need good fences. Inactivation. Oh god, this is gonna be a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna lower... Oops. Ah, you fucking kidding me? Don't start with me, shiz. Hey. How old is Ruby? Well, we could actually see that from her click-clack. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pause this and put my headphones on. Oh, wait, it's... Why are you guys trying to hit on this fake girl? Don't even. Okay, maybe I should make this a little smaller. Click clack? Yeah, I'm assuming it's like TikTok.
That one's kind of cute.
Yeah, I was thinking like 6 or 7 too, but this looks like she's around 14. I mean, especially because she needed to get money from her mom in the way that her room is decorated. That sky right there? No, I don't do this. So I'm trying to see if there's anything. So she just has a Stanford shirt. Limbo. Make art, not war. So there's really nothing in her TikTok. By the way, it definitely looks like it's pretending to be TikTok. Ooh. Wrong thing, because right there it says click clack and then it shows like a little TikTok emblem. There's an ad break again. I love it so much. She's the murderer. I'll just wait for you guys to come back. Okay, so you're back. She's the murderer. I don't know, man. Doesn't really seem like she'd be able to kill her mom. Shorts and a sweater dancing around like you don't give a fuck. I guess, yeah. The wig is awesome. Thank you, Renegade. I know, I do like the curls on me. It's really cute. Ruby clickbait. Yeah, she's like 14 years old, it seems. So I'm actually gonna go to this. So this is good fences. I don't exactly know what it is. Okay, so I'm show you guys. Milky, no. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go. Don't start with me, dude. So this is from Madine Elizabeth. It finally happened. I can't remember if I read this last year or not. Someone, probably summer folk, was using other people's backyards as a showering station. Well, it happened to me today. I woke up to find clothing hanging from my shrubs, garbage in my yard, and wondered why my driveway seemed wet. Somebody definitely used my hose last night. The worst part was I left a pile of excrement in my garden. Guess I'll be taking my hose in at night. Stacia Ballantine said I couldn't even. Dan Short, soap on a rope. Richard Bonner said, you let them come into my yard and I'll let them know. Valerie says, I'm so sorry, Madine. Did you get it all cleaned up? The next time I see Sully, I will get some answers from him. We can't let summer people disrupt our lives like this. Retta said, not funny, Dan. Okay, I don't really understand. What does that even have to do with anything? They make good neighbors. Yeah. Where did your hair go, Sky? You hiding shoes? No, I'm Land. I'm Skylar's sister. Help with gas line. So this is Stacia Ballantyne now. She was the first one who commented on the previous post. I need to find someone that knows how to get a gas line from my dryer off the gas pipe coming into the house. We tried to unscrew it, but it is so on so tight, we are afraid we will break it. Hope to find someone on the island that wouldn't charge me an arm and a leg to just unscrew the line from the pipe for me. Ron Klotz says, give the Hendrixes a call. Martin probably do it himself. Okay. JWE networking events. Didn't she mention something about JWE on her thingy? Saturday. Meeting with JWE, 10 a.m. on Saturday. I'm sponsoring Jordan Woodward. I'm sponsoring an event at the Last Bastion tonight, 7 p.m. EST. Go ahead, invite your friends and your family. Stop by, grab a drink, and take a look at some of our newly renovated homes. Must be 21 or over to drink. JW. Beth. Moderator. She's a moderator. Just a reminder, but self-promotion is against the rules of the forum. He replies, this isn't self-promotion. It's a community get-together. I'll even save you a drink just so you can sit back and look pretty. JW. Huh. I'm sorry, I'm new. I'm a Joe dropout. Yeah. Gosh, I'm her sister. Valerie Madsen. Dog in Forest Park. Someone is missing their dog. There's a tan dog at Forest Park. The dog has its leash attached, and there's a tree branch attached to the leash. Each time he'd move, so would the branch, and he keeps trying to run away from it. I thought he was scared, but then he was wagging his tail. I think he thinks the branch is his friend. What the fuck does this have to do with anything? Stephen Wargo. Water bill. I finally got my water bill. While it's not insanely high, it has its start red date as 12/19/18. I've gotten bills since 12/19/18. Now that I look back at them, there is nothing in the usage area, but the town came up with an amount and I've paid that amount. Why is water so expensive? So we're surrounded by it. I've tried customer support services webpage. Anyone else have a problem like this? Rhonda Morales says, what exactly is your problem? Didn't you already pay? Kyle Lowe says, don't drink salt water, Steve. Steven goes, I know that, Kyle. Retta goes, question mark? What? These people are unhinged. Samantha Gundy. Needing to vent. As many of you know, I am like the nicest person you'll ever meet. But there's something that's been weighing on my spirit lately. I feel like I'm up against a wall with this acquaintance of mine. Our energies just clash all the time, and we've been at odds for over 30 years at this point. I honestly wish she'd just disappear. But I mean, you guys know me well enough to know that I would never wish harm on anyone. If not for them, then at least to protect my own psyche. No need to take on bad karma, right? But enough's enough. This woman thinks she knows what's best for everyone when she doesn't even know the half of it. And her poor husband, my God, I can't even get any contract work done at the shop without her complaining about it. To be fair, if my aura was as overbearing as hers, I'd probably be worried about my husband leaving for a better person too. Suspicious. All right, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, that was your mom. Yeah. Um, I guess she's having problems with her family dog. Um, yeah. Sorry, now I'm like that phone call was kind of was woof. But back to this. I'm gonna have to feed Milky in a second. Or actually, I'll feed him right now. So give me 1 second. I'll run and feed him. Yeah, I hear you, Milky. No, no. Yeah, William did it. Yeah, he looks cute in it. Yeah. Like it does fit nicely. Yeah, I know, and it makes his orange pop out a lot. It does. Yeah, he looks cute in it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I'm back. Um, Jenny's gonna be here soon. I don't know when. She hasn't texted me saying that she's on her way, but I just fed Milky so that he's all good. I'm gonna continue reading this message, and then when she's here, I'll have to step away again. So I am sorry about all this stuff going on. Alicia, thank you so much for lurking. I know that you're finishing up homework, and yes, I do have a sleeping Kirby in the back with a Korok seed from Legend of Zelda and Bowser's shell. So jokes and BS aside, I love you, Streaming Sky. Jay poops out respectfully. Hope you have good homework. Been told the answers are in the back. Oh, okay, morning. Pickle. Haha, thank you for the tip. What if the homework is digital though? Oh, it's in the it's in the back of the book. So back to what we're reading from Sam. You all should see her trot around the town hall. She treats me like I'm somewhat less than her, even though we're supposed to be on the same team. I even went so far as to send her a peace offering before, a very nice herbal skin lotion from Mother Island that's currently in stock, so she's using self-promotion. But she claims it caused her to break out. Yeah, right. My store is all homeopathic, and every item is charged for good manifestation. So if you broke out, it's from something you did, not me. So it's like crazy because now it's like Beth is going to know that she did that. This was about her. I mean, come on, lady. Maybe it was from micromanaging your husband and everyone else in your life. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. I've just been so stressed lately because this woman keeps bringing all of this negativity into my space and I just want to be done with it. Have any of you experienced this before? How did you handle it? Amanda9 says, you're ridiculous. Wild Family says, Sam, are you okay? Janet. Doug Brown says, doubt it. Samantha Gundy, I'm fine, just a little frustrated. Thanks for asking. Beth is like, why don't you try talking to them about it honestly instead of posting such a passive-aggressive note on a public forum? I've tried several times, actually. Are you serious? Yes, I have. And if she thinks I haven't, she's more than welcome to come by the shop and talk to me for once. Tanner, yeah, I had an old roommate that wouldn't leave me alone for years. Bad case of main brain. He finally left to meet his soulmate, and I couldn't be more thankful. Just hang in there. Always finds its way out eventually. Dan is like, dude, you're one to talk. Tanner is like, listen, I'm still here, ain't I? Wow. Wow. And it's funny because she's like, I've tried several times actually. And she's like, are you serious? And she's like, yes, I have. And if she thinks I haven't, and it's like, you're literally talking to the person right now about how you're passive aggressively talking about the person that you're responding to. Sam. Get the stick out of your fucking ass. Oh my god. Okay, so this one is serious. I honestly wish she'd just disappear, but you guys know me well enough. I would never do that. I would never. Okay. I vote Craigslist. So 7. Kyle Lau. Best place for dumplings. See title. What the fuck? No comments. Reminder, JWE networking opportunity. Since someone decided to lock my previous thread, I just wanted to remind everybody that I'm hosting a bar night at the last Bastion on behalf of JWE. I'll order drinks to get us started. Just stop by my table before you leave. I'm still here in case your schedules have freed up. We'll be here till closing, so come on down while there's still time. Your drink's still waiting. At Ferris Wheel. Dude, what is going on with these people? They're fucking crazy. Hey, stop it. TJ Richards. Worst night ever. Oh. Let's play a game. It's Friday night, the only night you can get some decent sleep. There are people outside your window yelling about who knows what. But hey, I'm sure they'll stop soon, right? Right? No. They'll keep on going for nearly an hour and a half. That's an hour or so out of your sleep. In case it hadn't occurred to them, some people have to wake up for work at 5 o'clock in the morning. Now, what could they be arguing about at this time of night, you ask? Well, they're so busy shouting over each other that I can't really tell. But the lady in the blue pantsuit must be awfully bent on getting an answer because she's still standing there talking to this man who somehow seems even more uninterested in their conversation than me. What's your pick? Love a squirrel? Break up? Update. For those of you saying to just go outside and talk to them, I don't see any reason why I should have to go talk to them. They should know better than to be this loud at night. Update part 2. I have taken a peek out my window and I'm in awe. Of all people to be outside my house screaming, I'm really surprised that it's the Reverend that doesn't seem to understand the importance of some peace and quiet. Danny, LOL, how much you want to bet they're not even that loud, you're just cranky. Tanya, if I were you, I'd go outside and ask them to quiet down. I'm sure they don't even realize how loud they're being. Eve, just go talk to them? Doubt you can fix anything by coming on here to complain. Okay, so that's another interesting post. Oops, I don't need post 3. Leah, remember to read the guidelines. A quick reminder from the group admins to please read the guidelines for this group before you post, as we are increasingly having to moderate or delete reported posts that do not fit the guidelines. Please do not take it personally if you have had posts deleted or comments closed. They were reported and reviewed under guidelines. Thank you. Portia! Stop! Stop it! Ruby Hendricks, when your friends cancel plans. Jacob, sorry, I already had plans with Lindsay that I forgot about. Sure. Hey there, sweet girl. You didn't need them anyways. What song is this? This is at 9:10. This is at 9:10 p.m. She posts. And this is Friday. Because Ruby had these plans on Friday. So 9:10. She was still alive. Portia! Hi all. Any advice on where I should donate a lot of books? Not quite a cubic yard, but close. Retta Smith. Okay. So 9:10, Beth posted on Ruby's post. And this was Friday. So 9:10, she was still alive. And then she was not dropped off any later than 10:13. So from 9:10 to 10:13 is when she was murdered. This was at 8:14. The Reverend was screaming. And then this is about Sam. This is kind of crazy too because this is at 4:20. Guess what? Guess what? Look, 4:20. And if she thinks I haven't, she's more than welcome to come by the shop and talk to me for once. Okay? Okay? So 4:20. And then I was just verbally assaulted in my own store for no reason. And for the safety of my 7 customers, we're closing at 4:43. And then Beth, or Gwen, said that she left their house, or the hotel, at 4:45. Or that she got there at 4:45. So Beth went to go talk to Sam after that message. After this message, she went to go talk to Sam at her store. And then Sam closed early because she was verbally assaulted. After Sam posted a passive-aggressive message about her controlling everything and how she wishes she disappeared. And then she dies later that night. Okay, but so based on this, years of light shifts all things, even stone. Is it hope? Like her stone? No. Damn. Years of light shift all things, even stone. I don't understand this. Blaze it. Beth is on acid. Beth is dead. Beth is literally dead. Like, what do you mean? She can't be on drugs. She's dead. Okay. I don't know what her password would be. Would it be Ruby? Oops. I don't know how to spell Ruby, I guess. Nope. It's not Joey, is it? No, okay. I was gonna cry if it was. I don't know. What does this even mean? You're crying? Why are you crying? I'm crying. I don't understand. I don't understand. Renegade, I need you to help me. Help! Help! I need help! I need help! Should I just guess? Oh, fuck. I'm gonna just guess. I got it. I got it. I got it. Got it. We solved it. We solved it. Wow. Yep. We got it, guys. This was the answer. 9:10 to 10:13. That was the answer. We got it. So we finished episode 2. Alright, so this makes a lot of sense. Looking back through the Good Fence post, I can see that Beth commented on Ruby's video at 9:10. This information puts us on the right track to find whoever killed Beth. If only I had called her like I planned to, invited her over to talk or something, maybe this wouldn't have happened. Were you able to crack Keep Safe? I got in, but can't figure out the Cora folder. Let's leave it for now. This information puts us on the right track to find whoever killed Beth. While you were working on the timeline, I managed to put together a list of suspects. Everyone I looked into has known Beth for years. I really can't imagine any of them killing my sister. I mean, we grew up with most of them, but I believe we're looking for one of these 6 people. Joey, Sam, Jody, Martin, Clarence, or Jordan. I didn't get any vibe from Clarence or Jordan, but I'll look back into it. I'd be lying if I said my immediate suspicion didn't lean towards Joey. I'm pretty sure something was going on between him and Sam, of course, who also seemed to have her own problems with Beth. Martin and Jody have always been a little overbearing as in-laws. You saw Jody's no. It's not Martin that does, it's Jody. And it's a little convenient that their alibis rely on each other. And then there's Clarence, who argued with Beth the night that she died, and Jordan, who had a falling out with Beth and is a total scumbag anyway. With this list and the time frame, I can start to gather information for you on each of the suspects. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. We can do this. Gwen. Hey, wasn't us finding where she got dumped supposed to be enough for the police to open an investigation? Come on, coppers, do your job. Yeah, but you know, they lie. Okay, so I'm screenshotting this, and I'm sending it to you, Bomb, okay? Since I also sent the other one to you. But yeah, so we found out who did it. Or when it happened. It was from 9:10 to 10:13, so in time span of 1 hour. That is when she was murdered. And it does kind of seem suspicious that Sam closed her shop for the day, and where she was dropped off was literally south from her business. And we have speculation that Beth went to go talk to Sam at her shop because she seemed like she was out of it, talking or thinking about something. So, yeah. I believe it was Sam. Honestly, like... But it could also be the Reverend. The Reverend is kind of suspicious. And the fact that he was arguing with somebody. Alright, but we found it! We did it! We did it! I can't believe it. So we did episode 2! That means next week will be episode 3. There are 6 episodes, so we're going to be halfway done to figuring out who did it. I could do 2 episodes in one day, because since it's already the end of October, I don't want to spend the entire month of November on this. So I'm going to figure out if I could do that. The only reason why I couldn't do it... Oops. The only reason why I couldn't do it last Friday or Saturday... Oh, this is crooked. My god. Alright, whatever. You're gonna just deal with it being slow. Not you crooked. Come on, please. I know you guys are still crooked. It's because it's not working with me. Alright, whatever. It's not letting me. But yeah, so next week on Friday, we're gonna do episode 3. I couldn't do episode 2 on last Friday, or Saturday, or Sunday because it was my birthday week and we were hanging out and doing birthday stuff. That's the only reason why. And then I can't do it on Thursdays because I plan on studying because I do have an exam on the 13th. So I'm gonna have fun with that. But thank you everyone for being here and for figuring out what time she did it and also speculating who possibly did it. I will have to see why she believes that it's Clarence or Jordan because I didn't really get the sense that it was them, but I mean, she could have also been going based on this because it does say, where is it? Try to sort things out with Clarence, and that was at 8 p.m. So, I don't know, maybe that's why. And then, well, I guess no, she's saying Clarence because they argued with Beth the night that she died, and then Jordan, who had a falling out with Beth. I don't know, but that'll have to be for next Friday. All right, thank you guys. I'm just gonna end because Jenny's gonna be here anytime soon. Okay, thank you. I hope you guys had fun, and then don't feel like you have to. We're not rating anybody, Bomb. We're not rating anybody. I'm just ending. But don't feel like you have to like know exactly what's going on or anything like that. You can honestly just throw random accusations out or just be like, hey, well, what about this information? So it's totally, you know, this is just for us to do it for fun. And yeah. And then I will try and figure out what the keep safe password is so that we can get more information for next episode. All right, I'll see you guys the next time I stream.